All right, this is take two because I had in queue message on the screen, and I was recording for like 3 minutes before I realized. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, this video will have a nice green, dark green border. Okay, if you see this, if you see this thumbnail style, that means I think it is a video that will help you get better at the game. Okay, so if you're here for like the educational content, I would highly suggest you to click on those because that's where I think that means it has my stamp of approval. Okay, in the sense that I think I did, good on it. Okay, whatever, you get the point. Okay, click on it if you want to get better. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about how to carry with Caitlyn, specifically through the team fighting. Okay, we're going to talk a lot about mechanics and PvP, less so about the macro stuff and ADC general stuff, more of a focus on Caitlyn only, although we will touch upon other topics a little bit. We won't go too in depth into them. Okay, so we're going to start with we're going to talk about how to carry outside the laning phase. So this assumes that you can reliably get outside the laning phase without any kind of crazy disasters like 4-man bot, mid roaming bot, maybe like losing 2v2 or a top TP, or God forbid you die to the jungler, right? As long as we don't have any of these disasters, we can get to this point. Okay, and here you can see me, I am level 9. This is kind of like the usual starting point, and our goal, the mindset of a Caitlyn player, should be to get to our power spike. Mindset of any champion really is to get to our power spike and then use it, right? So our power spike is level 13. I don't know if you guys watch my Caitlyn guide, but it's level 13 with some amount of as many items as you can, right? So ideally infinity edge, but sometimes you don't have that, right? So we're going to take a look at how I play the mid game out. Okay, so let's fast forward that. So basically we want to be playing super safe, right? If you use one of the builds I am running, something along like I guess like Dirk Duskblade LDR or Dirk Gale Force LDR, these builds will have enough AD to wave clear effectively with 1Q. Okay, so if you're using one of these, you should feel pretty comfortable clearing the mid wave, which is where you will be in the mid game, over and over again. Okay, and remember, our goal is to hit like level 13. So we're gonna be fast forwarding to the fights, but the kind of play style you should be polishing is one of consistency, where we can consistently get to that point. So you don't want to do some crazy like roam into a 4v5. You really want to watch out for enemy forces, right? If their solos are not showing, that champion that was holding that lane is going to show up, right? So like you saw the Kog'maw like show up on my screen because our Zed is dead, right? She didn't show top, she didn't show bot, the solos are forcing. How does Kog'maw force? With hook shot into ulti. Okay, these are the things you need to think about mid game. It's very defensive. Okay, very defensive, so that we can survive and get to our level and item spikes. Okay, so this is a good idea what I'm talking about. So here you see Kog'maw fighting Gwen, right? And I really should have taken a look, but you can see on the minimap that Kog'maw did in fact use ulti. Okay, so we're gonna say, okay, we're gonna think in our head, Camille's coming from top, Cassio's coming from bot, right? So their force is what, a Xin? Seems okay, right? I mean, not really, right? Maybe like Sona flash ulti, right? So we fast forward a bit and we'll notice that the Xin is wrapping around and Kog'maw TP'd behind us, but we know Kog'maw has no ulti, so it must only be E, right? So of course we just flash it, right? It's pretty self-explanatory, but this is kind of like the life of an ADC in the mid game. We just need to stay alive so we can make as much money as possible. Okay, so we're level 11 and they're doing the Baron. It's important to know that no matter what happens in these Baron fights, you need to stay alive. Okay, the main purpose being that we need to be alive to collect the EXP after this fight is over, right? So the way we're gonna play this is very cautiously, right? We're not gonna like fight until death. That's ridiculous, right? We really do not want to die, right? Zin's doing like kind of a psycho move on me, but yeah, one of the Caitlyn mechanics that'll help you not die is to trap yourself and to EW combo. Okay, so let me watch this section again. When Xin is forcing on us, right? The first thing we want to do is prepare trap to where we're going or on top of ourselves. Ideally where we're going. Because if you trap yourself and then you move, they're going to be moving with you. The melee champ's going to be moving with you. So they're going to run past the trap, right? Or they'll flash over the trap, right? So trapping to where you're going is best. Okay. And then you want to EW combo because you can trap after you net, right? So again, you want to trap to where you're going. Same thing applies, right? So here you see that we trapped to where we're going on the EW, and then Xin flashes over the first trap like we expected, well, like you should expect, and he gets caught by the second trap, which is why WEW combo is very important to know for defensive purposes, right? It's very strong in the mid game for situations like this. Okay, so let's take a look at this Baron fight where we are starting Baron and they're trying to stop us. So of course, you know, don't get hit by the Cassio R, right? You guys can all do that. And you can see that I'm going for some kind of, you can see that when Cassio stopwatches, you're always going to try and look for trap on top of stopwatch, of course, right? I mean, you guys are not noobs. You should know that, you know, if they have stopwatch or stasis, we would really like to get a trap off because trap is kill, right? When we have level 13 and these items. The interesting thing to talk about in this fight is not the trap on Zhonya's though, because you guys can all do that, right? The interesting to talk about here is what do you do when you've got the trap, right? Of course, we can cash out. Cash out meaning just hit them with a headshot trap, right? But if you didn't know, Caitlyn can headshot auto cancel, which is you can you know, auto attack, and before you auto attack a headshot target from net or trap, and you can essentially fit 2 autos in one. Okay, man, if you don't know how to do this, you're gonna have to you watch one of my videos and practice to it. But basically, you want to auto attack a target that's not trapped, and then attack move click on the ground near the target that is trapped. Okay, so anytime, so one really strong habit, mechanical habit you can do on Caitlyn is to insert an action every time someone is trapped before you cash out. Okay, so the most common action you can take is an auto attack, but other actions you will see are like Q or net or ulti or gale force, right? We want to take an action before we cash out on the trap. That's how you get maximum value, okay? So like crazy example could be like Cassio steps on a trap, we gale force sideways, auto attack into headshot auto cancel on Cassio, okay? So in our case, we're going to Camille is going for us, right? We're going to auto attack on Camille, although she did ulti it, and then we're gonna headshot auto cancel onto the Cassio. And then I see Ziggs gets trapped, same thing. When he gets trapped, I'm gonna try and cash out, right? Well, sorry, I'm gonna try and insert more value before I cash out. So in this case, we can auto attack before cashing out, or we can put a trap down before cashing out, or you can even trap and then auto attack before cashing out, right? So in our case, the most basic is to auto attack, headshot, auto cancel. Okay, so I would like you guys to practice this. Maybe for like the like maybe like platinum players and lower, maybe you guys don't need to focus on this. You don't have to focus on this as much. But for people higher and they are aspiring Caitlyn mains, right? You definitely need to take a look at this idea, because this idea will help you fit extra damage in a fight, right? Very important, damaging in a fight, and also charge your headshot for free in a fight, which is also very important, right? Because, you know, headshot is how we do all our damage, right? Let's fast forward to the next fight. So of course, you know, Xin is getting CC'd. We're gonna try and trap on Zhonya's, right? Are there any actions to input here? Not really. We can, you know, go for a trap. For cases where they are stepping on a trap and you don't recognize it in time, you know, you don't have to fit an action before going for the headshot. Sometimes you just cash out, right? Like on that Ziggs there, he was getting away if I didn't immediately go for the headshot. So, you know, we just dumped the headshot, right? And you see in this team fight, I'm playing super slowly, right? I'm looking for headshot crits, and we're always going to want to try and stack to our headshot on Caitlyn, right? 6 auto attacks gives you passive headshot, right? So here you can see me stacking on wards, you're gonna see me stacking on dragon, and then we're gonna try and hit someone with this, right? So here we hit Ziggs with this, but it's actually kind of funny that we are a little bit over eager to hit this, right? We end up trading flash for essentially nothing because someone is healing up Ziggs, so that was kind of bad. Okay, you should know what you want in terms of headshot crit, but you shouldn't int for it. Okay, that's gonna be very important. Here you see, if we back it up a bit, you see that Camille is going for a psycho move, but of course if you trap yourself and net whoever is going on you, that's, you know, 2 headshots, right? So Camille is just instantly blowing up, and you know, when we're if you're not really sure what to do, basically you need to stay safe and try and stack headshots somehow. So here you see me, you know, sitting on the side looking for an angle on Cassio, which I do find, thankfully. The rest of this is like pretty much right clicking cleanup. Like, you don't even, this is This is whatever. Oh, actually, no, it's not. Actually, hold up. This is in here. Of course, we trap ourselves, guys, right? So here we're trapping ourselves, trap on CC. This is all very standard, okay? You guys cannot do all this. But know that all your damage comes from headshots at this stage in the game. So we really want to focus on, what do you really want to hone in on and, you know, kind of ignore the rest in terms of doing damage is how can you land traps, nets, and passive headshot? You know, charge up your passive headshot. We're going to trap on CC, trap ourselves, and we're trying to land net on someone, ideally, who is squishy. And also EW combo, okay? These are the things that we're going to be looking for when we're team fighting. I mean, this is all pretty much the same thing, right? We're going to try and trap on stasis, trap ourselves, and land a nice net. Also looking for a nice opener passive headshot, right? So here we got the trap on CC. We got the net headshot, and then we got a trap on stasis. Again, we're gonna try and headshot auto cancel or insert an action before you cash out. Same thing here. You see me using ulti before I cash out on the Camille trap headshot, and it looks pretty spicy, right? Too bad we don't get the zigs here, but you guys kind of get the idea, right? Here we're going to be sieging their tower, and you know, we're not going to really go into this too much, but, you know, you should know if you play ADC what their forcing moves are, right? Not even ADC, just League of Legends in general. So we know that Cassio has flash. She's going to try and flash ulti. So just prepare to dodge, right? By turning around. What I really want to hone in on is this section here. For traps on ranged targets, when they're hitting someone, you are highly likely to land a trap on them. There's trap on their attack range. So here we're trapping towards where Cassio wants to move in order to stay in range, right? But the thing with trapping on CC and Hourglass in Stasis, right? Same thing with going for your passive headshot is that you can't int for it, right? So before you saw me go for a passive headshot on Ziggs, and I immediately lost flash to a satchel charge, right? In this case, I'm gonna lose my life to get this trap, this trap off on Cassio, right? And we even don't even get the kill because of exhaust, right? We get hit by a Sona ulti into exhaust. So when you're going for these ideas, you need to be very careful that now you're not just instantly dying for it. Okay, that's kind of like the pitfall you need to watch out for. And then let's look at the last fight. Here we bought a GA so that their force engage does not work, right? They can blow their engage on us and we just get GA. As long as you have an escape after GA, you should be fine. So escapes being Hourglass, net, flash, teammate saving you, lantern, or your teammate, re-engaging on them so they can't sit on top of your body, right? So here you see me playing in a way where I can get engaged on Camille, but I don't care because I'm going to flash and or net out of GA. So all of this is whatever, right? And then we should take a look at what happens after I get respawn. So here is just flash out, really simple, right? Net. You see Sona get trapped, so immediately go for a headshot auto cancel. We see Camille get down, so we try and trap her, but she hook shots away, right? We see like all the ideas are kind of in place. I even miss a trap on GA there. It's a little bit accidental. You should not, especially if you play FPS, you should be very precise with your traps. But basically, at the end of the day, when you're playing the late game Caitlyn at level 13, your goal is to look for passive headshot, trap on CC, and some kind of net play, EW combo. And when you eventually find, trap or net, you should try and milk some extra juice out of it by inserting an action before cashing out on the headshot. Okay, so insert actions such as auto attack, the most basic, or any other abilities. Okay, and the most important thing once you are practicing these Caitlyn ideas is that you do not int while going for them. Okay, don't get hit, just because, we need to think about going for a trap on CC and Hourglass and going for a passive headshot doesn't mean you should die for it. Okay, if you're not really sure if you can get away with it, just wait, just chill. Okay, because otherwise you're gonna throw the game. Okay, but yeah, I hope this helped. Hopefully you learned something new. And yeah, if you want to see more videos like this, or if you guys have ideas on what you want to see, definitely hit me up in the comments below. Okay, I will see you guys next time.